leave of absence for RSEIV 3253. The board has decided to approve that request. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Gillette, second by Foy. All in favor? Aye. 4 ayes, 1 absent. Okay. A recording of this meeting is being made and shall be kept for 30 days as a public record. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, Senior Jess.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Did realize how much stuff I have. Okay, roll call. I'm here. Mario is absent. Bob is here. Susan is here. Randy's absent. I got Susan absent. And her motion to approve the agenda. Second by Brendan. All in favor? Aye. Reports and communications. Present certificates to the Tropical Middle School band to the students. Mr. Ferrandini.
Just like that. How would you like me to stand?
Oh, I put that up there.
Right here.
Good, sir.
All right, well, I'm going to just make a couple of comments and then we'll just go with what we're here for. I was going to have a chance to come over here to the board for me. I'll just give you guys at least a little bit of update what's going on with the Tropical Music Department. I think the last time I was here it's just been a really long time. I don't even know when the last time was. Am I supposed to use this?
Oh, it's not on.
So you may not know, but I'll just kind of run it down. One of the things we added a few years ago, we're now really ending our second full year of it, is we added an orchestra program at Tropco at the request of the superintendent, and that is going well. And I just wanted to kind of include that in what's going on. We have advanced band. My advanced band at Tropco is a marching band program with an attached flag team unit. We also have a drum line that is active within that. The advanced band does concerts and we go to concert festivals. So that's kind of the main performing group. I have a beginning band program that meets right now currently in 3 different classes, and they do concerts, and they also went to festival this year. We have a choir class. They do their winter and spring concerts. They also attended festival this year. And the orchestra now is doing their concerts for the winter and the spring and went to festival. And so for me, the victory here is I fought really hard to make sure those kids got to go to festival. If you're not sure what festival is, it's not wrong to put it this way. This is probably the best way to put it. You know what state testing is? You know what state testing is?
Yes.
We test all the kids on the standards that they were supposed to learn. That's what a rating festival is for music. And so we hire judges that know the standards. They know what the students are supposed to be demonstrating in their abilities to play at the levels that they play at. And they're going to be given a rating. The lowest rating that they could achieve would be called poor. We don't want that rating. They could get a fair, a good, an excellent, or a superior. And so what was really nice was that all 4 of the groups we took to festival this year had an excellent rating on stage. And one of the groups, the advanced band from Tropical Middle School, got a superior rating in sight reading. And what that means is that they were given a piece to play they'd never seen before. They were given about 4 minutes to look at it, and they were asked to play it. And they were judged on how well they played it, and they got a superior rating. So again, I'm going fast because I want to give you a brief overview, but what I want to say about that also is thank you. Thank you for the support from the board so that we could do that. We ended up having to go very far this year to go to festival, which was very odd. We will probably not do that again, but we ended up for 3 of the groups ended up having to perform for festival at Fresno High School. which is quite a trip for us. And we would much rather perform in the Antelope Valley. It's looking like next year those venues will open back up and we'll be able to perform much more locally, which is, I'm going to be glad about that. But just thank you for the support. Thank you for the superintendent for the support for the music program out of Tropico. I wanted to say a special thank you here today for the transportation department and the professionalism that they have shown. Boy, we were driving in some hairy situations with some weather that we had going up back and forth from Fresno. And they did a great job. They really did a great job. So they deserve a lot of thanks for that. I wanted to make sure I don't forget to thank a very special staff member out of Tropico Middle School who has been, out of the kindness of his heart, he's been helping me. And to run this many performing groups and to go all the different places I go, I really have had to learn that I can't do it all by myself. And Dan Morrow, who is a teacher out there, has been out there for a very long time. He will come to me and say, when is the choir going somewhere? Where is the band going? When can I come help you and be a chaperone? Do you need me to drive a van or any of that kind of stuff? So he's just been a great help. I want to say thank you to him. And also my wife, Judy. You may hear me refer to her as Chew because that's what I call her. But I definitely could not do this job without her help. So thank you so much. So that's kind of an overview of what's going on. May 14th and May 16th, that will be our spring concerts at Tropico Middle School. If you'd like to feel invited to that, they will be at 7 p.m. I'm not quite certain if we're going to have them. I don't know which building we're going to choose this time because we're looking at the size of the audience and where we're going to be. But we're going to be at Tropico on the 14th of May and on the 16th of May for our spring concerts. The drum line has been doing really well. Every competition they went to this season, they took first place. So that's pretty awesome. Pretty excited about my Tropico drum line. We are going this Saturday to Eastside High School for finals competition. It's the last competition of the season. And we are going to be stepping off in finals competition at 11:24 a.m. at Eastside High School gym, if you want to come down there and check that out. Gosh, there was one more thing and it just went like that out of my mind. Not sure what it is. Drumline, all the stuff. Anyway, it's just been a really great year. It's been a really active year. I'm excited about the fact that we're growing back and we're bouncing back after all of the different things we've gone through. I just won't say the word, but you guys know the thing that we're all bouncing back from. But the program is growing and the students are, I am concerned about the numbers of students that are in the program, but that's not my biggest concern. My biggest concern is their quality of ability to play and their performance level. And the performance level is rapidly coming up. And I'm very excited about what next year's performance is going to be like because of that. Oh, I know what it was. I wanted to mention, we have been diligently teaching 4th and 5th graders at both elementary schools 2 days a week after school band. And that is coming along nicely. And we're going to be bringing some of those kids up in the Tropico's program as 6th graders next year. So that's exciting. Oh, and one more thing. I'm probably going to have to split my orchestra into 2 classes next year at Tropico, which is almost certainly going to mean we're going to have to go back and figure out that we probably didn't buy enough violins and violas and cellos and such because the kids that have them. And if we have another class, we got to figure out what instruments to put in their hands. So I'm just giving you some more. All right. So the reason I actually came was because we also let the students here in our district participate in county honor music programs. Every year they run 2 programs, one for the high school level and one for the middle school level. And so I wanted to honor the students that we had at Tropico that were a part of that by giving them their certificates. And so we had 5 students from Tropico that were in the Kern County Honor Choir this year. And I'll call them up. Did you guys want to hand those out or do I handle them? How do you want to handle them?
I'll join you.
Yes, come join me. That'd be great. So we had Zoe Waldron. If you're here, would you come on up, please? Hold that too.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't know where the camera is. I'm sure there's gonna be someone taking a photograph. Jada Rudd. Eileen Martinez. Not here. Caleb Wilder. Caleb. And Bobby Ann Yost. So they really are being congratulated. They had to go and audition for this. And so, they choose the best voices in the county, and then they go to 4 rehearsals, and then they have a performance, and we present it to the public in Bakersfield every year. So I'm really proud of them. And as they are taking their seats, we'll talk about the fact that we had some other students. We had one of our students who tried out, and they kind of had a little struggle as to where they wanted to put him, because both the band and the orchestra wanted him. And I knew that might be a possibility, and so what I did was I had talked with him ahead of time and asked him, what group do you want to be in? So that he could be his choice. And so Jeremiah Mongi, if you'll come on up. Kern County Honor Orchestra from Tropico Middle School as an oboe player. And I don't very often do this, but I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it because he deserves it. This kid practices like no kid I think I've ever met. And he was not just a great oboe player. He was the best oboe player in the county. Yeah. And now we'll talk about the band students. And we had 2 band students from Tropico that were in the honor band. Jordan Gomez, I don't know if Jordan came tonight, as a flute player. And we also had Francisco Arredondo. Francisco plays the French horn, did a really great job. What's that? And he's a 7th grader, which means that we can take another swing at this next year. Very excited about that. I'm very proud of all of them. I am expecting to have more next year. I'm going to be telling my Tropico kids there's just no reason why we're not all trying out. Maybe we should be taking a busload of kids out there, right? So anyway, thank you very much. School board, if you're not aware of this, this school district's been supporting that program, that specific program. And by supporting, I mean allowing us to take kids up there and let them be a part of it. Well, since 2000 was I think the first time I took some kids up there. It's the first time I knew about it. And all of a sudden someone said to me that this was a possibility for my students. And I was like, we got to do this. We have to be a part of this. So thank you very much. Good job. Thank you.
Okay, item B, Tropico Middle School Washington DC trip 2024-2025. Brenda Del Riego?
Del Riego, yeah.
Del
So I'm Brenda Del Riego. I'm also from Tropico Middle School. I am here to present hosting information for our next Washington DC trip next year. So we went this year with some of our students that are here today. So we just want to do the trip again. It is not a school-sponsored trip, so it isn't like a field trip or anything. We will be going during spring break, so it won't interfere with any classes. So why am I here? I'm asking for permission to post on our walls in the history classroom. So there's 4 of us. It would be in my room. I will be 7th, 8th next year. Mrs. Clint, who will be all eighth, and then our new 7th grade teacher, and Miss Yonker, who is SDC history. Sorry, I can't see what I wrote. So it's gonna be one poster for each room, flyers sent out to all 7th grade students, and emails through Parent Square. So that's what I would need use through the district. We want to invite all current 7th graders and any 8th graders who missed out on the trip this year are welcome to join us next year. And then information, so to let you guys know what it's about, let you ask any questions. So it will be during spring break of next year. Our dates are not finalized because we won't know until we're like 90 days out or so, but it will be between April 12th and April 18th, and this trip will only be 4 days. So it will not interfere with any classes and will be within that spring break window. And that's us at the airport coming back. They loved it. So benefits of traveling. It allows the students to see what they read in their textbook. So that is our current NGL Sync, so National Geographic, that's our 8th grade textbook. And then that is a handful of our students in the park between the Smithsonian this past trip. They get to, so during 8th grade, it's the introduction to US history. It's one of their first invitations to learning about US history. So they learn about the 13 colonies, early developments that are settling, constitution, law. And so going to Washington, D.C., they get to see all of these things. They get to see the monuments of the presidents they learned about. They get to see memorials of wars that they've heard about, that they continue to learn about. We get to see the White House. We get to watch the changing of the guards, the tidal basin, and again, several Smithsonians. There's a lot of other things in between. It's a lot to squeeze into 4 days, but it's totally worth it, and they do enjoy it. And here are just a few of the pictures. We got to go see the Ford Theater and the house where Lincoln was shot. This is the changing of the guards, the tidal basin. This trip, we are not going to Williamsburg and Jamestown, but that does show you that they get to interact with everything that they've learned in the classes. And the tour guides that are with us help them bridge that gap. So we all know that students learn things and then they go out into the real world and then they draw blanks or they panic. Or sometimes they just don't remember the very, very little detail. But our tour guides do a great job at helping them, remind them of what they saw, what they learned, and how that connects directly to what they're looking at right then and there. More monuments, Mount Vernon, the Capitol building. Just more presentation. If there's any questions, I brought the flyers that I'll pass out. And that will be hung if you'd like to see those.
Yes, please.
Okay. So this is the flyer that will go home. I can pass it if you guys want to see it. This is the full itinerary of the days. This is the administrator's guide, so it has all the liability information that EF Tours has. When I was in middle school, I went on 2 tours with EF Tours, and they are an awesome company. This last year, the one that we just finished was with World Strides, and it was a great tour. We just wanted to expand and make sure that we're picking the right companies to go with. And then this will be the poster that will be in each room. And then we'll probably have a new poster later on with any other release. Any questions right now?
Yes, I have questions.
Yes.
Will there be chaperones?
Yes, so for every 10 students, we get 1 chaperone. At this time, it will be myself for the first 10, and then depending on how many students sign up, it can either be another parent or another teacher, and I have about 3 teachers who would be interested. So I think we prefer some teachers and parents, but it just depends on the number of students to sign up.
And do you know at this time what the cost is? Like you said, it's not a school event, so what are they looking at in cost to go?
This cost is going to be under $3,000. They can do monthly payments, and there's also some, not scholarship, but like fundraising. And our district should qualify for getting a few hundred off of their full price. And at our information meeting, which is written on the white sheet with the blue on top, it should have been the first one passed around, May 8th, that has absolutely all the information that will be provided for everyone, but absolutely everything is provided. So all 3 meals, the flights, hotel, transportation. So students wouldn't need to bring any pocket money with them except for souvenirs.
And when do they need to decide or commit? I know you said dates aren't concrete yet.
No, they're not concrete, but the actual trip itself is happening and it will be spring break. We would like them to sign up sooner than later so that they can start monthly payments and those payments can stay lower the sooner that they sign up. I will get confirmation on that. I believe January of 2025 would be the deadline to sign up, but it would be a bigger chunk of money upfront.
So, here it says an RSVP is mandatory to attend, and that's just for the meeting?
That's just for the meeting, and signing up for that meeting does not lock you in any way.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah.
Can you discuss briefly a little bit about the fundraising? How does that happen and not happen on our campus?
So, this last year, we did some fundraising with a travel club. This upcoming year, we will not have the travel club and we will not do on-campus fundraising. So EF Tours will have something like a GoFundMe page, but it is not a GoFundMe page. And it is linked through their travel agency. So families can ask for donations for Christmas presents, for this or for that, for friends, and it would get donated directly from there. So that's the first step for donation. The other step for donating is we will help our students draft letters to go to businesses locally and ask for donations from them. This past year, when we had a few students do so, they lucked out and they were able to get a nice chunk of money. But we don't want to guarantee that we can raise $500 for every student, since we don't know the number that's coming in and we're not sure how much work each student will do. So if one student's gonna do tons of work and ask 5 businesses and they get theirs paid, then they shouldn't have to share that right now. But we will help and assist if they want to go out to businesses.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Is this limited to a certain number of participants, 2025, I thought I saw?
No, so it does say that it is limited. It depends on the number that we get. So if we get, so no, there's not really a limit. The more the merrier, the more people we get, the better. But depending on the number, it depends on how many buses we'll get, but that won't affect the price if it goes up or down. You're welcome.
And is there a minimum?
10,
Okay.
or essentially 8, but 10 for the chaperone.
10 to, in order to authorize a chaperone?
Correct.
So if you were to have less than 10, would you cancel your trip?
No, I would still go.
Just without the chaperone?
I would still go. I would be the chaperone. I would just have to pay. I wouldn't be a free chaperone.
Okay.
So we want a minimum of 10.
Okay, sure, yeah.
But they also work it out because they don't want to cancel the trip. So they would assist in that area. Other questions or concerns? Ideas? Anything?
Thank you.
All right, our team report.
Oh, wow.
All right, CEO report, Mr. Ray. I'll give you a moment.
Yeah.
You know where my life is? I actually went to look at it.
Yes, CBO report, Mr. Irving.
Alrighty,
Hey, where'd everybody go? You guys come on.
between last board meeting and this board meeting, we had auditors out for the beginning of our semi-annual, audits. Everything went okay last week, so, yay. Haven't got any emails in their follow-up of, stating anything otherwise. CDE was out on, April 12th for the administrative, review of, the cafeteria as part of their, every 3 years they can check on districts to make sure that everything is going well. Nothing, negative to report out there, thankfully. I want to say thank you to parents for their patience and understanding, the last couple of weeks, especially this week with the road work and, any delays that has caused, transportation and picking up or dropping off students as we wait for four-way stop all the way down the boulevard. And, naturally it coincides with, people, trying to get on the base for work and get off base from work. Same time we're trying to get kids home. So it's, I appreciate everybody's, patience and understanding, with, that nonsense. That's, about it for me. It's, almost May, so looking forward to May revise from the governor to figure out what next year's budget looks like.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, Assistant Superintendent of Instruction and Curriculum, Dr. Mendez.
Good evening, everyone that joins us here and online as well. Congratulations to our students that received their recognitions this evening there. Just some updates in regards to different activities and events and meetings that we've been participating in. Myself, as well as Mr. Torres and Abraham Lincoln, team members, we have been participating in the literacy coaches and lead specialist educator training. On April 18th, I attended the 5th session, and they really focused on root cause analysis and coming up with different solutions. And particularly, this is focused on reading, the reading specialist in the program that is going to be offered in the following year, the 24-25 at Abraham Lincoln. So then that's an ongoing. We have another session coming up, session 6. So I will continue to attend those sessions to gather the information for the requirements for that particular grant. Okay, and then I went ahead and we had a DAC meeting on April 17th. Some of the items that we discussed included state testing. We also provided ethnic studies updates and then LCAP input. So the District Advisory Council provided input for LCAP. We have the Oral Language Festival going to be occurring on Saturday, April 27th. We have 6 students that are going to be participating in the Oral Language Festival in Bakersfield at Stone Creek Junior High School. They have different times depending if they're elementary or middle, but the general time is from like 8:15, 8:30 to about 1:30, 1:45, depending on the judges and so forth. They're gonna have judges on this. These are students who went over to Mojave and they were finalists there, and they got moved on to that was a regional, and they got moved on as finalists now to participate in the countywide Oral Language Festival. We have 2 elementary and we have 4 for middle school. Okay. And we've been working on planning professional development for the upcoming school year. We've also been adding a little bit more details information for the PLC Institute and Avid Summer Institute for the summer. That concludes my presentation.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay, Assistant Superintendent of Special Education and People Personnel, Ms. Taylor.
Hello, everyone, and I also wanted to congratulate the Tropico music students. They are doing an excellent job, clearly. And our department, I wanted to say, we are now midweek in Hope Week and have lots of activities and different dress-up events going on every campus. I've heard numerous students who have decided that Hope Week has officially become their favorite week of the school year. So that's exciting. Also, we have Special Olympics happening this Saturday. It will be at Rosamond High Early College campus on their football field. Everyone is welcome, and I'd like to encourage everybody to come out and support our amazing students. And that is it for me.
Thank you, ma'am. Associate Superintendent of Human Resources, Mrs. Hargis.
Good evening. Next week, we're going to be honoring our classified of the year, so we'll have those folks here and those awards for them and the great job that they have done this school year. We're busy filling all of our open positions. We're able to hold some interviews today, with a few more tomorrow, a couple on Monday. So we are trying to get in the swing of that, continuing our recruitment efforts. In the board agenda, you will see we have our renewal for our billboards. One of them is a new billboard, and that one is going to be located, you'll see it, it's on the west side of the freeway, just north of Avenue I, kind of where all that construction equipment is. And so you'll be able to see it as you come north. So people that are coming, towards Rosemary, hey, you know what, we have some jobs here. If you live up in this area, we'd love to have you come and apply. So,
Sorry, do we have any metrics on that to know if those are working or if there's anything? Because you mentioned the recruiting efforts and the budget, and I see nearly $100,000 here for tonight's approval for recruitment. And so, are there metrics that this is actually working?
we have a lot. We do have people that say, hey, we saw your billboards. Just as people are coming. We don't have anything specific that says, yes, I applied for this job based on the billboard, but it does give us a lot of recognition. People do, even our current employees, people do see that billboard, those billboards out there. So yeah, as far as specifics, I don't have specifics on that, but.
Is that something we should ask our applicants, like where they found the job, something like that? It's pretty commonplace, right, for most.
Well, I mean, we could, generally, we don't necessarily ask, but that could be a question that we do ask.
Well, my concerns are that I keep hearing that the budget potentially could be shrinking, and like I said, we got $100,000 here of recruitment, and I just would like to know that it actually comes back. Yeah,
We're actually gonna go over that particular item.
We're gonna go through these items one at a time?
Yes, item.
Okay.
If you have questions about them.
Yes, I do. Okay. Sure, absolutely.
All right, so we had some classified testing that took place today. And so testing is required for all of our classified positions. Current employees that are looking to move into different classifications, they can just contact our office, and we do those individually within our office. We just have to make arrangements. Generally, when we do testing during the day, it's for outside applicants. Internal applicants, we just ask that they give us some notice. Say, I want to, as a New York food service, and we want to test to be a CSO or a paraeducator, they just make arrangements, and they can come in and do that right in our office anytime. And that is it.
Thank you very much. Okay, superintendent's report, Ms. Gaines.
Thank you, Madam President. I want to just begin this evening, and he left. I wish he could stick around a few more minutes. I can't tell you how amazing Mr. Bandini and his wife Judith are with regard to our music programs. Music at the elementary was a dream, and I just asked him to meet with me, and the next thing I knew was we had a music program at RS. We bought some wonderful instruments for them and had a chance last year to hear the concert of those fourth and fifth graders, and it was spectacular to say the least. So the goal is to start the program at the elementary, which feeds into his program at Tropico Middle School. And as you can see, at one point in time, the program was very close to dying. And we, after COVID, we were able to purchase the instruments that they needed. And now he, as you heard, 3 periods of beginner band. That's how we have really, and it's all because of him. If you've ever watched him teach in a classroom, it's just delightful. And Mrs. Ferrandini, she is working with our Roseman Elementary students, and I'm just trying to encourage her to get a teaching credential and come. I have other plans for her, but she left before I had a chance to tell her, so now I'm gonna have to, let her know. But highly encourage everyone to go out and support those students on May 14th and 16th. You will just walk out of there with sheer joy of what these kids can do at such a young age. I also want to congratulate all of his students who received awards this evening. What an accomplishment for them, especially when they're competing in Curry County. There's a lot of students that they're competing against up there, and I just want to say kudos to all of them, and again for the wonderful program that he facilitates at Tropico. We recently had a really good article in the paper about our negotiations with our teachers and how all that came to a closure, and we were able, with the board's % on salary increase and a 4% off salary. And I want to just say thank you to Julie Drake. She's so incredible to follow us out here and always wants to give us coverage when things like that occur. So I want to thank Ms. Drake and with the Valley Press for I think we may have even received a few applicants from other districts.
Yes.
We are receiving, I hate to say that, but they are coming, and yes, we're so excited. Come on up, we love it. I also want to say that we are in the middle of testing, and I know the Roseman Boulevard has been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare for me too. And I just want to say thank you to all the parents. The high school has started testing. Just please try to get your kids here on time every day, and make sure they get a good night's sleep and they're ready to really do their very best on state testing. And that's all of our sites will be headed into testing very soon. So thank you, parents, for doing your best to maneuver through these roads and get the kids here on time. One thing I became aware of on Monday, which I'm so excited about, our chronic absenteeism in Southern Kern as of Monday is down over 10%.
Wow.
So kudos to all my site leaders and parents and the kids for wanting to be here. And one of the things, we had an LCAP meeting earlier today, and one of the question that Dan assigned me to work on, which I was kind of looking for this question, was had to deal with attendance. And so I reviewed all the parents who had commented on the survey, and there were a lot of comments as to why they think attendance is better in Southern Kern. And one of the comments that I saw, frequently in the survey was that the incentives and the achiever trips, they believe achiever trips at all the sites are motivating the kids to want to be there, and also holding them accountable for their attendance to participate. High school's doing a great job of this, to participate in extracurricular activities. And so I want to just say again, there's so many people to thank when you hear about chronic absenteeism going down. First and foremost, parents. Second of all, the students for getting themselves here and wanting to be on those achiever trips. And then of course, my administrators and the teachers, the entire staff for just, holding them accountable. So yeah, so that was very exciting because that's one of the things that is often hard to decrease is chronic absenteeism. So if you will allow me, Madam President, I will present the attendance awards for the month of March. All right. So we're gonna start with Best Attendance Elementary with an increase of 0.87%, 92.74%, and shouldn't be a shock to anybody. West Park, come on down. Do not lose this one. Just kidding.
No, it's true. This is gonna be locked up, I promise.
But you should display it, just not outside.
Yes, yes.
At the win.
We'll
Okay.
get a safe place for
And our best attendance secondary with a 0.92%, almost a whole 1% increase. There's Win High.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. And we do have a most improved this month. This is really, out of 6 schools, 5 improved their attendance in the month of March. So most improved with a 1.07% increase. Roseman Elementary. Andy just loves getting awards. So excited.
Last time I came here, this is the same way we got last time.
Well, don't give up, Andy.
I'm gonna hang this up high, so.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, board member communications, we'll start with you, Lady Brendan.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I see that we're running a little late today, which is, and then I forgot to see if there was behind me, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? But
I tried to get us moving.
yeah.
No shot.
Just another congratulations to Mr. Ferrandi's students, those awards. What they do is, I couldn't do that, so I was like, kudos to you. I believe one of his students, I can't remember, the boy that was sitting in the back, he was a part of oral language last year, and he did, I believe he made it to the regionals as well. So hopefully this year he's one of the participants. And just, that was it. Just thank you for everyone's communications, and the Washington trip, that also seemed amazing. So I want to find out some more about that. Yeah, that was it. That's it.
Mr. White?
Well, I just want to second that about as far as the band. That was excellent, fantastic. It's awesome to be recognized as like #1 in the whole county. I mean, that's amazing for our school district and for that young man. So that's amazing. Great job. I want to encourage the public to, I've been going around visiting sites and meeting people, and it's fantastic. But a lot of people, I think, just don't realize that they can attend these things like LCAP and the CCSPP, which is tomorrow. That's Fallon Mitchell's thing she's putting onto the community center. So these are open to the public, and they're invited everyone to come so you can help the schools make decisions on how to spend money, buy new facilities, any kind of thing that the schools operate and do, or the parental center. And there's other ones too, there's the district advisory council, site council. So I really encourage you guys to participate, because that's how the schools can hear from you best. So that would just be my plug for tonight.
Yes, ma'am. I am too going to give kudos to Mr. Ferrandini and his wife. He's been with his district way back when. 3 of my 4 kids went through his program, and my grandson was on his jazz band, was the drummer. So I know the guy is very well. We've worked with each other. Robert, I know we've got a couple of proposals in for Tropico for his audio. So sometime down the line, we got to think about that to get that taken care of. The Washington DC trip, I'm glad our kids are going. I've been to Washington DC on many times from work and also visiting so forth. One of the places is that I always try to make is the Vietnam War Memorial, which I do go, and so forth. Last night was a great night for Carmen and her group, and please let them know that I appreciate them giving their time to come in and give that 5th grade orientation. It was very good all the way around. I wish there would have been more people there, but one of the things, and I was mentioning it with Barbara a little earlier, about 62% of our students are Hispanic. When we have the board up, we're giving presentations, we might want to consider a second board in Spanish.
We had a translator, so we actually at our RES evening, Miss Zepeda actually translated for our parents, and then she stayed an extra 20 minutes to help me translate any questions that they had. So we didn't have any Hispanic speaking parents that night, so we actually are planning to actually have them in a separate room, and then one of us as administrators would be in that room doing a Spanish presentation. So
just want to make sure that those parents are not left out, and that's.
We are absolutely not. We have some of our RES parents that were at that RES meeting last week are going to be coming to our ELAC meeting to familiarize themselves and join us and get some help with doing their electives and making sure those kids are registered and all that kind of stuff. So
I was really impressed with the enthusiasm, especially from you, with the kids. So hopefully we'll start getting that enthusiasm into those kids, and we've got better students as we start going. I know that you've got plans along with Mr. Wheeler, so anything that you need to let us know how that is going.
Suggestions, please. We're always open to those.
I understand.
Thank you.
So, that's basically all I have, so.
Thank you, sir. Hello, guys, everybody. Glad you guys are all here. You guys listening, everyone. I would like to say congratulations to our admin. Thank you guys for being here. I see your superpowers, all your superpowers. And like you said, absenteeism is down, chronic absenteeism is down 10%. I'm sure it also, you guys are also the reason as well. Kids want to be at school, so we're doing a good job. I love the achiever trips as well. So well done to the Tropical Middle School band. Good job, you guys are crushing it. What else? Let me see, what happened lately? I don't even remember. Oh, I know Madison isn't here, but I'm pretty sure the spring play has started, correct?
Almost.
Isn't it tonight? It's tonight the first night for the spring play? I feel like it's on my calendar from today until Saturday. But whatever. The play at the high school, go see the kids, give them support them. It's getting warm. I hope you guys are growing things in your beds. I've seen your beds.
I know.
I've seen yours.
We have plans.
Somebody's got to do it. I gave Nino some artichoke seeds. Those grow forever. Like they just keep getting bigger and bigger and doubling, and they're tasting. I've got some artichokes for you because mine are coming up as well. So yes, I was out digging. I'm gonna plant some corn. Like, come on, let's do it. It's fun. It's good for you, you know? Other than that, thank you guys for doing everything that you guys do. You guys are amazing. I did have a question about the color run. So I know the event is from 10 till 2?
11 to 2.
11 to 2. And then there's events that are happening and then the color run, are they all happening at the same time or?
We have some field events that are gonna be happening first. The color run will be a little bit later.
Okay.
And then we'll have a little award ceremony.
Oh, an award ceremony.
And we also are gonna be having food, pizza, hot dogs, nachos. Then we have snack stuff as well, popcorn, cotton candy, and snow cones.
All the things.
All the things.
All the things.
It should be a great day.
All right, that's exciting. Oh, Mr. Mendez, Dr. Mendez, excuse me. I remember. I continued reading the book. Continued reading the book. I had some emotions, but I pushed past it. I pushed past the emotions. But it's a really good book. Like I just, when I have time, I'm reading it. I'm talking about the multicultural book that the students are going to be reading. So, ethnic studies, excuse me. It's good. It's good, but I have some feelings. But that's all. Thank you guys. So let's move on. Subcommittee.
Willy Wonka and Musical Spring play is Wednesday, May 8th at 7 p.m.
May 8th?
Yes. Oh. And the senior trip to Disneyland is Friday, May 3rd. Thank you, guys.
Oh, does she know?
No, she doesn't.
Oh.
I just Googled.
Oh, you Googled it. I was like, you should make you know. That's excellent. Okay, subcommittee communications, any updates?
No, I can give you an update on the construction. We meet every Monday morning and just want to share that if you haven't been out to Tropico lately, the new side of Tropico, I highly recommend it. Stop by and see it. It's really moving along. Tropico will be pretty much shut down during the summer months because we will be painting